Very good evening, warm welcome as ever. And you know, one of the great things for me about this show is that guests keep coming back. I've no idea why, but they do. And we've got two returnees, as it were, in the studio this evening. I think it's Keith Edwards' third appearance, the Sheffield United legend. There we are. Let's start as we mean to go on.
Thank you.
And truly a Sheffield Wednesday legend as well. Jose Semedo, his second appearance. Welcome to you both. It's been a momentous week, one way or another. Apart from Sheffield Wednesday, which we'll talk about, your best mate doing one or two good things in Champions League football again. And Sheffield United, Keith. Sheffield United, glory, glory. Did you ever think we'd see a season like this again?
Yes, I think it'll come to us eventually. We've had to be fairly patient. We can go back, is it 4 or 5 years when Sheffield Wednesday just nipped us? So that was a huge disappointment, but we've come back, and what a great year it's been.
Indeed. You
Absolutely.
Remember that?
Yes,
the year he's talking about, 2011, 2012.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. It was a very difficult season for us because we've been in the third position almost all season, and by the last third of the season we managed to go above them and to celebrate us.
You're allowed to answer honestly, Jose. Are you pleased to see Sheffield United promoted?
Yeah, it's good for the city, without a shadow of a doubt. It's very good for the city, but Sheffield Wednesday are looking in a different direction now. You know, and it's a long way, and we are looking in a different direction now.
That was a textbook answer for a little bit, Keith, wasn't it?
It was
like
yes.
straight down the wicket and then...
Well, I think he's absolutely right, because I think while ever both teams are doing extremely well, then it strives people on, doesn't it? You want them to do well, and the neighbours we'll have to play catch up a little bit. If they're equipped to go up this year, I hope they get into the playoffs. It's not guaranteed yet, but if they're equipped to go into the big league, then well done to them. But I think we're just going to focus on making steady progress. But,
right. Yeah. You see any fears in the Championship, or do you think it could be?
No, I think Chris and Alan will do an extremely great job there, because they're very well level-headed, and what they've brought in is what we've been asking for all this time. One, attractive football. Yeah. Two, it's a great team spirit that they've got. I wouldn't say there's any great superstars. You would say Billy Sharp's played at a level that one or two of the others haven't, but he's a huge team player anyway, and a very popular lad. So Fleck, Coots, they can play at this level, at the Championship level. So I think they'll survive. They'll need a few players, as all teams do.
Yeah, you can speak for Blades perhaps, because you've watched nearly every game this season on behalf of BBC Radio Sheffield, home and away. Don't tell us about some of those away trips. I know that they're the joy of your life, but. What do Blades think about Wednesday now? Do they want them secretly to get promotion? Some of them, or do they want them to stay down and
honestly,
and
I think they'd want them to stay down, because everybody will love a local derby, and of course Sheffield Wednesday have thrown a lot at it this season. They've really pushed the boat out in that respect, paid an awful lot of money for players. So overall, I think they'll want them to stay down and get in the Championship, and then it's a big battle, and we'll look forward to it.
Without a shadow of a doubt. In case this is, for me, personally, was the best game I ever played in my life. Against them, the best atmosphere I ever had in my life. Obviously, all the city will like to see that, and obviously them United would like Wednesday to stay there for this kind of games, because it's a brilliant game, brilliant atmosphere. This was, for me, was the best game I was involved with.
This was Gary Megson's last game. Yeah. And you won it 1-0 at Hillsborough.
Yeah. Even at Hillsborough or even at the Bramall Line, it was the two games with the huge atmosphere. I was playing like a proper one. You know, we play Manchester City away or Arsenal at home. The atmosphere, obviously, but to see the both clubs at the City,
that was the best.
This was,
Okay.
Yeah.
Keith mentioned team spirit, undoubted at Sheffield United. Chris Wilder's pulled everybody together. It strikes me that for all the expensive recruits and the additions that have been made at Hillsborough, the same applies. Yeah. You seem quite a together group there.
Yeah, the togetherness is being there is amazing. It's amazing since the time we get promotion to the Championship and the establishing the division. and now to look into the Premier League with all the connection, spirit group and spirit with the fans, all the connection around the group has been fantastic. In particular, from last year till now, it's been something incredible, something special. You know, sometimes it's the big players deliver the results, and so many of the times the fans deliver the results. Especially last 2 weeks ago against Cardiff at home, you can see the proper job of the fans. Never let us drop down and stop believing to get that, and in the end we get that. You know, that was a big drive. You know, this is the connection. The spirit is in the group, which the fans can sense that, and we can sense the fans are with us, and they make the special one.
Who's responsible for that? Is it the players together, or how much has Carlos Carvalho, Lee Bullen had to do with? With that? And Andy Rhodes, of course.
Yeah, it's by the manager, by the assistant manager. Lee Bullen is so big connected with the fans for a long time, many years, and is a legend here. The connection he has with the fans. Carlos is one man too. He likes the family. He see the fans like a family. There is no game we go to play, he don't mention the fans. Every game we play away, home, they are here with us. They are important for us. We are important for them.
He mentions this to the media. Does he mention this to the players in the dressing room?
Yes, every single time. Every single meeting. Every single meeting. Doesn't matter, is a meeting in the beginning of the week or end of the week. It's everything about them. And he's a family guy, and he wants the club to be one. And this, I think, he did in great style, because since he moved to this city, to this club, he moves everything around, and he makes the big connection all around to help with the Lee Bullen and the Rose. They was here, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Let's bring Keith in. Keith, you've expressed a wish that if you ever come into the studio again, you'd rather it be slightly an older.
Well, yes. I mean, I am
player.
Disappointed in you, Alan, 'cause you text and phone me on a daily basis to come in. I know.
Yeah, but you didn't text me back on a daily basis. That's why.
It's called work, Alan. You know what I'm saying? It's not just
I don't know
being a journalist.
what is that? What is work? Come on.
I know. Well, I'll educate you one day. But no, I did ask for an ageing footballer who was a little bit overweight, so I could look well. I'm used to being the best looking one on the.
He's the best I could come up with.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
And he killed me with a one-liner saying Ronaldo's his best mate. I tried to tell him that I went to school with Pele, but I couldn't bring it off.
You're about the same age. That's about it. How many goals did you? I told Jose before you came in about your career, the best bits.
Well, yeah,
and there weren't any bad bits.
No, I can't remember the bad bits, but
tell me how many goals you scored.
There's that many I can't remember. 306.
I'm sorry. You're prone to exaggerate, aren't you?
No, trust me, that's 306.
It was only 256, by my reckoning.
Yeah.
256? You settling for that?
No. Trust me, you'll have got it wrong. You're a journalist, aren't you? You'll have got it wrong. Trust me, I've got it right. Definitely. I've got all the facts and figures at home. It's 306. So you'll have missed the Scottish goals and one or two of the goals.
Ah, do Scottish goals count?
Well, yes, in my eyes. I mean, it's who I was playing for. I don't mean to state the obvious, Alan, but if you're playing for them and you've scored, well, that's a goal, isn't it?
That's a goal. Well, okay, all right. I'll give you another 50 here and now.
No, I don't need them.
What I am going to say,
306 is enough.
What I am going to say is, still, and I've got to get the wording of this right, otherwise it'll be wrong. Still, the only player post-war to have scored 30 league goals in a season for Sheffield United, and he did it twice, by the way, as well.
Remarkable.
He did. Am I right?
Well, yes. And if you never see me play, I was fantastic. So look, that was a long time ago, but it's nice to be remembered. And
I remember
it was me 2 promotion seasons for Sheffield United, and that was great. So
I saw them both, 81, 82, 83.
I just hope to get the second one too.
Yeah, indeed.
I have one, I just hope to get the second one.
We hope so. This was 81, 82, 83, 84. We won't dwell there, except to say, I mean, somebody tweeted me back, said, Ched Evans, 35 in a season. Actually, 6 of them were in cups. So there were 29 league goals by Ched Evans. That was 2011-12. So you're still there. However, Billy Sharp, 27 goals with 2 to play. What do you reckon?
Well, yeah, he can do it. Yeah, with MK Dons and Chesterfield. We'll be covering them games on BBC Radio Sheffield. So, in some respects, I hope he does, because he's had a wonderful season. I can always get the better of him, because I'll tell him that I wasn't on penalties. So, and he's a lovely lad. He's absolutely great, and he's led his team ever so well. He looks after his own players. He's a good captain, and he's done remarkably well. For me, my player of the season, because he's led the line well and also, and he's had to have one or two different partners, and I think. What I had was a really good understanding with my teammates. I mean, Colin Morris and people like that made an awful lot of goals for me. He's had to fiddle about with players up front. Hanson's come in, Clark's come back and played well. We've had to tinker about it, but Chris and Alan have done that ever so well. So that's not always easy for Billy Sharp to do that. So he's got his goals under a little bit of pressure, but we've played well. We've scored an awful lot of goals. I mean, I think they've won more games this season. I think that's an actual record that they took off us. I think it's the 28th win on
club record, 28 league wins in a season, and Chris Wilder, the first manager to win back-to-back league titles since your old gaffer, Ian Porterfield.
Ian, if you look back at Ian's record, it was quite remarkable, really. I think it was three promotions in 4
years.
It was in 4 years, brilliant. So, but we've done it on the basis of we've got players in what have done ever so well because they've gelled into a team. They maybe come to that club thinking I might play a bit part, and they've played that well that they've just gone on and been a first team regular. I think Sheffield Wednesday possibly have done it better. They've thrown, not better, but they've thrown money at it, and they've got certain individuals in to try and turn a game. We've relied on a more of a togetherness because we've had to. I'm not saying one's right and one's wrong. They've both done extremely well. I think Sheffield Wednesday, to their credit, to actually have beaten Newcastle, who have spent over 40 million, is real credit for me. If that doesn't deserve you a spot in the playoffs, then nothing does.
Well said. And to your great credit, Jose, you signed a 1-year extension to your contract last summer. When it was not certain that you were going to be involved, you must have had offers to go elsewhere, but you stayed. Why?
Yeah, because like I said, it's so difficult for me to see myself right now with another color shirt in this country, because Wednesday means everything for me. It's the best time of my career, best time of my life, and I strongly believe I can make another promotion with this magnificent football club, and this is the reason why I stayed, and I hope to get there.
So you've got your rewards because now you're a regular on the bench. You're getting on quite regularly as well. So
Yes,
that must delight you.
Yeah, absolutely delighted, and to being so close with our atmosphere, with our momentum, with that excitement in the club at the moment in time is fantastic.
When you come on, you get an amazing ovation. Do you understand why that is?
No, to be fair, I really don't. And one day I hope to ask why all this, because it's something special. You know, because normally you used to see this impacts to the best player in the team, to the best top scorer, to the star man. And to get on me, I cannot understand, but I take it and I keep working, and that's why all the time I get into the pitch, I'm thinking it's for them. I need to do everything I have inside of me for them, and everyday training.
Do you hope to stay beyond this season? I mean, your contract will be up in the summer. You don't know what division you're in.
Yeah, I don't know, but I keep working, keep doing my best, keep everybody see what I'm doing in the club, in training ground, and on the pitch. On Saturday or Tuesday, and keep working. That's the main thing. There
are always casualties. You want to go into the Premier League, and just as United's players will want to go into the Championship, but it's just that higher level. And one or two, inevitably, do fall by the wayside, Keith, when that happens.
I'm afraid that's football, isn't it? You can't always play. They can be part of the team, and they might surprise and get their opportunity and take advantage of that, as one or two have done that this season with us. So as a player, you have to have that self-belief and keep going, that you're going to break into the team. And
that's the main thing.
You've never played in the Premier League?
No, never.
You've never stopped believing that you can play?
No, I never stopped believing. Still believing. All the time, every time.
He can play, he works hard.
This is the drive. This is the drive you need to have in you to be first a professional footballer, and don't give up. Keep work as hard as you can.
Yeah, and I think that's why he's appreciated so much. He's a kind of midfield destroyer, gets his tackles in, never stops working.
Well, Sheffield people will like that, won't they? They'll enjoy that as much as they like the certain individuals who score the goals or the goalkeeper that makes spectacular saves. They'll always appreciate people like that. I mean, Carlton Palmer.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about he had such good players in and around him, but he was well loved as well. And you know, that people, the supporters just appreciate people really having to work hard.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why I scored a lot of goals, because I didn't want to work hard.
They all worked hard for you, but there was an end product. You can't take his goals away. 306, by the way. 306. Don't take my figures.
No, don't.
Let me ask you, Jose, about. I'm sorry, Keith.
That's okay.
We're going to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I'm desperately sorry. Incredible week for him. Have you spoken to him since his midweek?
Yeah, I spoke, especially last night. Spoke to him last night, and he was buzzing because of the game, because of the 3 goals he scored, and the atmosphere around the club. It's been amazing, and to dream to win again another Champions League is what is driving them. You know, when I asked him why you still performing at this level, scoring that goal, he said, I prepared myself all season to this moment.
Yeah.
And now I'm
He
going
never
for
seems
it.
surprised. He seizes the moment, never seems surprised by it.
No, he's incredible.
I've got to ask you a question about him, because lots of people on Twitter want to know. When is he going to come over and watch Sheffield Wednesday? Yeah,
he will come. When he tell me he will come, and the features when we play, they play. But I hope this season, because this is a special season, I have a great feeling he will come in on the right time.
Before the end of this season?
Yeah.
Before the playoffs, or?
He will come in the right time.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I dream to see him come in the playoff final. You know, this is one of the beautiful things, or in one of the games of the playoff, to turn up, because it's when we need the sherry, the little boost, and I believe the magic is on him.
That he could be the ace in the
absolutely
inspiration.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got two more home games. Saturday against Derby. He won't be there at that one, will he?
No, this one.
And then you've got the away game, and then you're home again, final game against Fulham. Maybe that one.
Maybe that one, but I prefer more to have him on one of the playoff ones.
That suggests that you're convinced you're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I
doubt.
trust in myself. I trust in my manager. I trust in my teammates. I trust in all the Wednesday fans.
Yeah.
We're going to be there because we will do our best work as much as we can to get there.
Yeah. There's a feeling around the club, Keith, and you'll appreciate that, because I know you're a great advocate of continuity with managers, and Sheffield United have had too many, haven't they, perhaps, over the years? They've struck gold with Chris Wilder. There's a feeling that the club will back Carlos, whatever happens, Carlos Carvalho, whether you go up or not. You know, is that the way the players feel? Yeah,
100%. And without a shadow of a doubt, he's the right man for the job. And without a shadow of a doubt, he's a man destined to have a success of Wednesday, with Sheffield Wednesday.
There's a great rapport, and I think it's genuine, relationship between Depon Chansiri, the owner, and Carlos Carvalho. He was his shock choice, and I think they're as together now as they ever were. Yeah, that's my reading of it.
No, it is. It is absolutely. They are very close with each other. They are very close. They like each other, and they want each other to be successful at this football club.
And that really, when you discount, because there's so many clubs that come to this business end of the season, and the media is speculating that, if they don't go up this time, there could be a change and all. It can be quite destructive, Keith, can't it?
Well, it can, and it's not just, if you do get rid of the manager, it's half a dozen of the players that he's recently bought in. You know, that's going to be a huge problem to him. So the amount of times it's been proven that you should have just stayed a little bit more patient, and they would have got success. But if it's just, are they going to be patient? It's as simple as that. Everybody thrives to get into that big league, and they're not too far away from it. But will they do that? If Ronaldo does come, will you ask him to come up to Leeds Hall Golf Club and have a game of golf with me?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to pay.
No, Leeds Hall Golf Club is on my list for part 2, because in addition, he talks about working for a living, which he does, and he's on BBC Radio Sheffield. He's captain, Keith Edwards is captain of Leeds Hall Golf Club, and that will be a topic for part 2 when somebody who knows about golf, James Gregg, will join us for his roundup. Plenty more chat from Jose Semedo and from Keith Edwards in 5 minutes' time. You'll rejoin us. See you then.